Hey everyone, this is KaiBroQ, and I'm going to be talking about the newest attempt to bring Scooby-Doo to the big screen. This is Scoob, a CG animated movie coming out next year. So they just released a handful of new images showcasing the new character designs, and I'm going to be having a look at that.
What are those?
I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo. I grew up with the original show and I still watch the newer incarnations. The franchise has been consistently offering new content, whether it's the direct-to-DVD films that come out every year, or the new animated shows like Mystery Incorporated. What's not to love? We have 4 mystery-solving teens and their talking dog going around in their vans, splitting up, running away from monsters, and unmasking them. It's been the same formula for generations, and to this day, kids have been falling in love with these meddling kids and their pesky dog. Talk about longevity. I mean, can you think of anyone else who hung out with both Don Knotts and Sia? Anyway, that brings us to this new movie, Scoob. So the last 2 theatrical releases were live action, and I'm glad they decided to go animated with this new one. Let's have a look at these new designs. So right off the bat, I love these designs, for the most part. Shaggy and Scoob, they look like they're straight out of the cartoon. The designs are extremely faithful and I can't wait to see them in motion. Even in this picture, it looks like Scooby-Doo is doing his, his... Like, let's grab some tacos, Scoob! Yeah, so here we have a picture of Shaggy and Scooby with a bunch of nachos and popcorn, watching Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker or something, I don't know. Velma looks cute, but they kinda slimmed her down a bit. She should be #curvy. So the biggest changes seem to be with Daphne and Fred's designs. They did a bit of a modernized redesign, similar to the What's New Scooby-Doo series and the live-action films. And I like Daphne's look, but I honestly think Fred is the weakest design here. He just looks bland and kinda generic. You wouldn't know that's Fred unless you saw him standing next to the rest of the gang. So he kind of has this jacket with the blue accents and a little orange or red rim around his t-shirt to allude to the missing ascot. I miss the ascot. I don't know why they have to modernize the outfits. I feel like the ascot was such a recognizable, iconic element to the character.
A lot of people have asked me, Fred, why the scarf? And I always tell them the same thing. Why don't you mind your own business, pal?
I just feel like the designs are a part of the DNA of the franchise. It's like if they update Charlie Brown to have a backwards cap and a hoodie. And here we have a picture of Fred, Daphne, and Velma at what seems to be a bowling alley of sorts, maybe looking for clues. Daphne's kind of clutching her pearls there, and Velma's taking down notes. They seem to be interviewing Colette from Ratatouille. The Mystery Machine looks good. They added some cool high-tech gear on the top, but it's nothing that takes away from the overall look of Scooby-Doo. You can look at that and be like, that's the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, and that's all that matters. Okay, let's start talking about the one thing I'm a little iffy about this new movie. It's the voice cast. Instead of having the original voice actors, we have celebrity voice actors, just so they can put names on posters. They want to be like, Zac Efron is Fred. If this was going to be a movie for the fans, both the older and younger fans, I feel like they would have been better off with the original cast. I'm talking about Matthew Lillard, Frank Welker, Mindy Cohn or Kate Micucci, Grey DeLisle Griffin, those cats. I don't think anyone has a problem with the original voice actors coming back to voice the characters again on the big screen. We have Gina Rodriguez as Velma, Will Forte as Shaggy, and Amanda Seyfried as Daphne. Zac Efron is the one that I'm most iffy about because the last time I heard his voice in an animated movie, the results were not good.
Whoa! This is amazing! What are those? What are those? What are those?
I mean, at least they brought back Frank Welker to voice Scooby, even if he isn't voicing Fred. I don't think I could judge too much without having seen their voices in action. What do you guys think? Should the original voice actors be brought back, or do you think it's time for a fresh new cast? I think this picture gets me the most excited because Scoob is apparently going to be an origin movie and we're going to see the gang as kids. We have a picture of Shaggy and Scooby as a kid and a pup respectively. It's giving me strong a pup named Scooby-Doo vibes. I mean, look at the designs side by side. So it's nice to see them pay homage to the other incarnations of the series. And look at that. Can you see that? That is a blue falcon drawing in the background. So what they're trying to push with this new movie is a shared Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. I'm all for it, man. If that means a new animated Flintstones, a new animated Yogi Bear, Jetsons, Wacky Races, and it's all going to culminate in the Laugh Olympics, the Avengers of the Hanna-Barbera universe, then sign me up. I'm sure there are going to be a ton of Easter eggs, maybe like Flintstones fossils. We'll see a Dino skeleton in the background in a museum or something. Or we'll see a prototype Jetsons car. We have the Blue Falcon drawing in the background. Blue Falcon's going to be in the movie. He's going to be voiced by Mark Wahlberg. We have Ken Jeong as Dino Mutt. Tracy Morgan as Captain Caveman. I really hope they don't do any 30 Rock puns. We have Kiersey Clemens as Dee Dee Sykes, and Jason Isaacs as Dick Dastardly, who is apparently going to be the main villain in this whole movie. It's like every franchise needs a cinematic universe now. But I get it. Scooby-Doo has been making movies every single year since the 90s, so WB needs to make this one feel a little bigger and more epic to justify making it for the big screen. I don't think as many parents are going to take their kids to see a standard Scooby-Doo mystery in cinemas, when they can just watch one for free on TV. So yes, cinematic universe makes sense. We obviously have animators and storytellers that care about these characters. Warner Animation Group, they worked on the Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie. So I hope that this movie is going to be a tongue-in-cheek love letter to the franchise, like those movies were. I'm actually super excited to see Scooby-Doo given the treatment he deserves. We're going back to animation, none of that live-action weird CG dog stuff. We're getting a full-on big-budget animated Scooby-Doo theatrical movie. And I like where this is going. I really hope that this succeeds, just so studios will know that the fans prefer animation to live-action reboots. And the more I hear of this, the more excited I am. Despite the voice cast, despite Fred looking very non-Fred, I'm still really looking forward to how this turns out, and I will definitely be doing a review of this when this comes out. Before that happens, be sure to check out my other movie reviews, and be sure to tell me what you guys think of the Scooby-Doo movie. Do you like the new images that have come out? Do you like the new voice cast? And also, I'll give you a Scooby snack if you like this video and subscribe. This has been Kyber Q. Peace out.